ShopKo was founded on April 5, 1962 by Chicago pharmacist James Rubin. ShopKo Corporation, based in Green Bay, Wisconsin, began with Rubin and a group of investors who opened a $1 million discount store. 4 years later, a second store, also in Green Bay, opened, which began an expansion. In 1971, ShopKo merged with SuperValu, which provided much-needed financial backing. SuperValu is a grocery wholesaler based in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It was also in 1971 that ShopKo began putting pharmacies in its stores, one of the first retailers to have pharmacies. By the end of 1977, ShopKo had sales that were over $100 million. The following year, in 1978, optical centers were added to select locations. By 1988, ShopKo hit $1 billion in sales for the first time. In 1989, ShopKo introduced a new store concept named Twin Valu, a store that featured both retail merchandise and grocery items. Twin Valu's first location in Ohio was 180,000 square feet and had 52 checkout lanes. In 1989, Discount Store News announced President and CEO William Tyrrell was named Discounter of the Year. During the 1980s, though, other discount stores such as K-Mart, Walmart, and Target began expanding, which changed ShopKo's future plans. Opening its 100th store in 1990, ShopKo became a publicly traded company in 1991. SuperValu sold a 54% stake of the company to the public to help pay off debt. ShopKo, attempting to stay ahead of competition, came out with a prototype store during the early 1990s. This store featured the Vision 2000, which was a way for ShopKo to not only survive, but thrive going into 2000. The new store vision included brighter lights and colors, less clutter, more open space, as well as emphasis on customer service and even increasing in health services. Their first Vision 2000 store that featured a new logo opened in Meridian, Idaho. This store closed in 2016. During the 1990s, ShopKo acquired numerous other companies such as Jack's Discount Stores from Penn Daniels Incorporated, Venture Stores, as well as 147 Pomida stores in 1999. In 1996, then Discount Store News also announced CEO Dale Kramer as the Discounter of the Year. In July 1997, SuperValu sold its remaining 46% of ShopKo. ShopKo paid $150 million for 25% of the remaining, and 21% was offered to the public for trading. Also in 1997, ShopKo's sales had passed $2 billion. In 1999, ShopKo signed a deal with Payless Shoe Source to lease floor space to Payless for their shoe placement. More transformations came into the 2000s for ShopKo. After the large acquisition of Pomida in 1999, ShopKo acquired PM Place stores for $22 million and converted the profitable locations into Pomidas. By early the next year, though, ShopKo announced they would close over 20 stores and a distribution center, which finally showed ShopKo to be a vulnerable company. Pomida and ShopKo operated as separate divisions until 2012 when they merged into one company. After the merging, ShopKo spent nearly $80 million to transform the remaining Pomida locations into ShopKo Hometown stores, a new type of store geared towards rural towns that Pomidas were placed. In 2005, ShopKo was acquired by an affiliate of Sun Capital Partners for $1.1 billion, whereas they were no longer a publicly held company. That same year, ShopKo began smaller store concepts known as ShopKo Express. ShopKo also, beginning in the late 2000s, started anchoring more shopping malls and hoping to attract customers. Also hoping to change their direction into a more profitable company, ShopKo acquired Alco stores locations and had them converted into ShopKo Hometowns. After all the acquisitions and new store concepts, ShopKo wasn't able to compete with larger and more dominant discount stores and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on January 16, 2019. All their locations closed by June 23rd, the same year, after being unable to find a buyer for the company. Before closing, ShopKo had approximately 18,000 employees as of 2018, as well as 363 stores within 24 states. In April 2019, New York-based Monarch Alternative Capital LP purchased ShopKo's optical operations for $8.5 million, which also saved around 700 jobs. The ShopKo optical centers relocated, and today there are just over 80 locations.